In the upper right, we've got our Zerg player. Very solid, but loosening that time attack, he is...
Leenock.
Probably not happy with that last game. And in the bottom left, the richest professional gamer in the world, he is...
SKMC.
Talk to me, Tosis.
No.
The Tosis refuses to speak.
That's the last thing I'm saying. Well, that was, but now this is it. All right. So corny. Okay. What is MC going to go for? And when you know what he's going to go for, can you stop it? That's the real question.
I feel like...
Guy's execution is second to
there's
none.
people that, you know, you could be cheating against with a map pack and probably still lose to them.
Oh!
You know what I'm talking about?
No
and I feel like that's MC. I feel like MC could go to him and say, yeah, I'm going to get a Void Ray out, expand reasonable raid to my third, and I'm going to max out and kill you, and I don't really care if you...
His execution is just completely spot on. You know, it's just... That's just the way it is. Well, I mean, I feel like this season of GSL is actually too good. Because some of these players look completely invincible right now. Life looks invincible, Leenock looks invincible, except when he plays against the invincible MC.
Yeah.
Parting is looking invincible right now. I mean, there's all these players, I'm like, who the hell is going to win this season? Who's going to come out of this season on top? You know who's going to probably be, like, with all these badasses that are winning
like MVP again or something?
Well, that would be amazing, but probably be like Keen or something. He's like, I don't care, I just cheese, everyone's fine.
He's like, okay, you beat me, but you didn't play the game the right way. He's like, shut up, I don't care, man. I make money doing this.
Yeah. But, no, I just don't know who can possibly win this season.
Well, I don't
even know what race. Like, I see people from every single race. I'm like, this person could definitely win this season.
Yeah.
I think if Nesty or MC or MVP won, that would just...
Well, that would just be so epic. I don't think Nesty or MVP is going to win this time. I don't think so.
You don't think Nesty's going to win? Tastes, you're so dumb.
Be so stupid.
That's so dumb, Tastes. You're like, well, I don't think, you know, the sun exploding would kill the Earth. I'm like, all right, Tasteless, I guess the Earth would live through the sun exploding. That makes sense, I guess.
How foolish of me. Well, we're going to have to wait as they tech up here. Talk to me, Artosis.
Yeah, I am talking to you, Tasteless.
Talk to me about something.
Well, I mean, there's so many players that I want to see get to the round of 16. I'm really sad Creator didn't make it, but I'm happy Symbol and Life made it because I feel like
Symbol and Life are exciting as well.
No, they're both like round of 16 level competitors. So, out of this group, I really actually want these two to make it, Leenock and MC.
Yeah.
I mean, Curious, I really like. Baby, I think, is eventually going to win a GSL. Not yet, but I think he's definitely a player that eventually is just going to be like, oh, sup, I won that GSL, okay. But, like, the round of 16, because so far, the round of 32 is fantastic. Yesterday was great. Today is even better somehow
today
already.
is 10 times better, actually.
I can't even believe it. It's amazing. But
yesterday's games were just, like, very standard games.
They were, like, kind of one-sided.
This is, like, epic stuff that you want to watch.
That's true. That's true. Well, I love one-sided games as well.
Yeah.
I just love every type of StarCraft game. Except cannon rushes. I hate those.
I hate those. You don't play the game right.
But anyways, what I'm trying to say is the round of 16 is going to be so silly. Like when we see the 16 players that make it out of these groups,
but you know,
it's going to be so stacked that every match is going to be like the GSL finals.
Yeah, it's actually crazy. Well, we're at the point in time where there's so much rich history with each player and so many old rivalries and so many people that, you know, either they were champions or they were almost champions or they were people that defeated champions but then lost to somebody else who became a champion.
Yeah.
It's pretty epic. We need to make like a GSL comic book. With different, each player is like a superhero.
Well, that's basically... We don't need to make the comic book because that's reality.
Oh, that's true.
You were telling me that you don't think that Nesty is a superhero? I mean, you've heard about all the things he's done.
And he's done some amazing things.
Yeah. You think MC isn't a superhero? You think Byun Prime isn't a supervillain?
Byun Prime would be a supervillain.
Oh, yeah. There's no way he's a hero.
Actually, here's a good question.
Ooh.
Which of the players are...
Hey, wait. 43 drones, and he's going for Roaches, Tasteless.
All right, time and attack. You know what? This is actually very Leenock.
Yes,
he's done this a lot.
And this is, you know what? He's chosen a reasonably good time to do it because he's fighting against a Stargate play, and the Stargate play is Phoenix play instead of Void Ray. Now, the Void Ray would help a lot, but the Phoenixes aren't going to help against this attack as much. The one thing that works for MC very well, though, is it looks like he's about to get a 3rd sentry. So I don't think he's going to die, but we could definitely see things like the Cybernetics core or the Forge
get carved out, yeah.
And that's pretty painful. You need to get that +1. The Cybernetics core, that slows you down, makes you make a lot of Zealots that you might not want. But Leenock isn't overcommitting. He's made like 7 Roaches, and he's streaming in some extra Lings as well. He's probably going to try to target buildings down so the Lings might be able to get in. Oh my god.
Oh! Almost got that sentry.
We're just like, I'm in! And then he dies. All right. Going after this pylon, and nice. He's using good force fields. The Phoenix is coming back. They aren't going to help that much, though, as we see. And in fact, the Forge looks like it is going to go down.
No way low. He might be able to force field these Roaches away. No,
I don't think that's enough. He has to save his force fields for this part.
So far, though, I got to say, MC's been doing a really good job holding this.
Yeah, he's doing a good job holding, but there's some pretty reasonable damage done here. I mean, MC is supply blocked. He's, you know, forced to make a bunch of extra cannons. His Phoenixes had to come back, so no harassment by the Phoenixes whatsoever. Because those Phoenixes would have killed drones, queens, overlords.
That's true.
And now instead they had to kill those Roaches. He lost his +1 upgrade. These are all very annoying things that Leenock has forced upon him.
It's really nice to know about Leenock, because it forces a hiccup in the teching from MC. And you know, MC like just does not miss a beat. If you don't bother MC, MC will not forget a single pylon. He'll get the exact right unit composition.
And look at this, he's got basically his anti-air defense already at this point. Reasonable creep spread. He's actually going into some Hydras at this point. That's kind of interesting. You know, I guess he did slow everything down quite a bit for MC, but you do have to be careful when you go for those Hydras against Protoss.
Nice. We're going to clean up the rest of these Overlords on the map now. And I think we're probably going to see MC just turtle on at 3rd base here for a little bit.
Yeah, I definitely think that that's the best call here. You know, he's way behind on where he should be on upgrades. You know, like, for instance, he should be starting +2 in like 2 seconds from now. That's what this build was actually supposed to do. And the difference between getting +2 and not even starting +1 yet, big difference. And look at this, nice usage of these Phoenixes. He actually lifts too many there.
Yeah,
that was
not enough of them were actually attacking.
A little bit of a mistake there. He definitely could have killed more Hydras.
And that's actually a fairly big blunder there by MC. I mean,
he ends up killing them all.
Phoenixes can't quite cover.
But that was still a pretty reasonable usage of those. You know, kill off a bunch of the Hydras. Hydras are pretty expensive.
It's so funny because, you know, in StarCraft 1 they were so cheap.
Hydras, yeah. They were like roaches in StarCraft.
Yeah, pretty much.
Roaches that hit air.
Think about that, guys.
That's
be afraid.
Very afraid.
Be very afraid.
All right, burrow movement once again from Leenock. He's really favoring that today.
And we do have the attack upgrades coming up here.
Yeah,
getting that +1 being added here. That's, by the way, the placement at the 3rd base there for Protoss is really good. It's like a really common setup to have at that location. Kind of wall yourself in like that.
Yeah, how many sentries? Let's see. He does have 7 sentries. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's going to really help him out in the upcoming battles. Leenock is up by about 30 supply here.
Yeah, and he'll be maxing out pretty soon as well.
Yeah.
Basically, once the Zerg's all done with the drones, speaking of which, he's got about 65 drones. You could just crank out units and get maxed out so quickly.
Oh my god, is he going to get that Forge yet?
Oh, that would be so huge.
Yeah, but the units coming up from the side. And good force fields from MC once again.
Now grabbing just these 2 Roaches here. Another nice force field there.
If he could get one more. He almost does. And Great holds right there. Leenock not really getting anything done with this Hydra aggression. And he's actually making Hydra Ling once again. So while he's going to have an army that's kind of scary, as long as MC sits back, utilizes his choke points, continues to get upgrades, and make a bigger army, his army is going to get better and better in comparison to this Ling Roach Hydra army.
Well, the creep spread here from Leenock, not crazy good. Could be a little bit better, but it's not bad either. He's always got his side of the map covered.
That's right. You know, as long as he has that, it's at least reasonable. Of course, you want it as far as you can, but he's been busy doing some other stuff, so we'll try not to hold it against him too much.
You notice the supplies are starting to even out here.
Yeah. And the army of Leenock is just not impressing me that much. You know, he's pretty heavy on Hydras and Roaches and Lings. I mean, where are his Infestors? He doesn't really have those yet. He's really trying to make this style work, but MC is playing so well against with this many sentries.
Yeah, he can force field him out completely. And we got an attack. Looks like it's about to commence. Now remember, no Infestors, so yeah, you cannot punish sentries here.
Yeah, and I mean, MC is going to basically stop the micro of his opponent, whereas there's no way for him to stop because he doesn't have any Infestors.
Oh, I'm so good.
Wow.
Damn.
God, MC is so good at force fields PvZ. Well, this is looking really bad for Leenock.
Really nice isolating there, just keeping most of those Hydras Roaches back out. As they retreat, he comes down a little bit further. MC, I don't know, man. I don't know if this guy can be stopped. I think I'm able to chase him all the way back home. You know, the other problem is also when these Hydras are just isolated by themselves, GG, there's not much you can do.
No.
You know?
Well, you know, Leenock's first attack, I liked it, but it didn't do the damage that he actually needed. It was really Ling heavy. If he had actually put in some more Roaches and less Lings, I think he could have done a bit more damage and maybe gotten a lead out of that. But I would say that, you know, MC held that well enough, and then Leenock tried that follow-up with Hydras, and MC slaughtered that. And from there, MC knew exactly what to do. He's like, all right, well, I'm going to have plenty of sentries, get my upgrades, get my third. What are you going to do?
MC is so good.
Of course. He's MC.
Like perfect. I'm like, I can't wait to see how far
Wouldn't it be cool if he won another GSL?
Well, what's exciting about it is that, like, we don't have a lot of Protosses, so if we have, like, let's say he goes all the way to the finals, just tearing through Terrans and Zergs, it'd be awesome. We're going to take a little 5-minute break. When we come back, we're going to go to the losers match for today's GSL Code S round.